The game ain't in me no more. None of it.
So I remember getting a call from the gang unit over 4th of July weekend asking to go up on a wiretapped investigation. And subsequent to that call, the next 48 hours were spent on the phone with our district attorney's office, who was a great support to us throughout this investigation and trying to stand that T3 up. And through that investigation, our gang unit sacrificed vacations. Our gang unit sacrificed time with loved ones, sacrificed relationships throughout the course of this investigation. In 5,424 man hours from July 10th through October 30th, that was spearheaded by the Atlanta Police Gang Unit in a wire room to ultimately assemble key facts and elements leading us to where we are in the investigation. And for the investigation aspect of this, Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence that was orchestrated by adults in our city, and cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions. Ultimately, there are components of this investigation that led back to a prison in the state of Georgia where an illegal phone, a contraband phone, was used to orchestrate these acts. There was a hit called by a high-ranking gang member on the opposite side of that opposing rapper's gang. And I'll tell you today, that gang was Goodfellas. Goodfellas Criminal Street Gang being one of the most hyper-violent gangs in the city of Atlanta. And we will pursue you relentlessly in making sure that we keep this city safe and suppressing violence throughout our city. And lastly, I'll say, as Major Malecki indicated, there is still a $50,000 reward that is on the table for additional information in relationship to this case. And our detectives and our officers through all of the internal units and external units that you see here today will be knocking on doors and working with this community that has been so resilient to collect additional information to continue to move this investigation forward. Thank you.
We'll now open up for questions. We'll start on that side with Tom Reagan.
Yeah, these 3 juveniles, I mean, was it a crossfire situation? Were they targeted? Was there a gun battle between rival gang elements?
No, there was not. We do believe that the 3 juveniles, 2 who were killed, 1 who was injured, they were just outside on the steps celebrating a birthday party. We don't believe that they were the intended targets of that gunfire. But these individuals that we have shown indiscriminately opened fire on that apartment complex, resulting in these 3 children getting injured and killed.
And one quick follow-up question. The person who made the call for a hit from prison, that isn't one of the people who were already in jail. This is another individual we're talking about.
Yeah, the individual that orchestrated this from Hancock State Prison, he was already incarcerated.
Okay. And so then, are we going to name the gang on the other side, the name the Goodfellas, or what's the name of the gang that's affiliated with this rapper that we're not naming?
Yeah, at this time, so not to compromise the integrity of this investigation, we will not be naming that gang. It is a hyper-violent hybrid street gang here in the city of Atlanta, and there is subsequent information that will follow in the upcoming preliminary hearing.
So these guys that were arrested were Goodfellas members?
Yes.
Welcome back to the channel, man. I'm 618Cs, man. So that's a video clip from a press conference held earlier today down in Atlanta. And it was about 3 teen boys who were shot last summer in the Oakland City section of Atlanta. Well, it actually wasn't 3 teen boys. It was 2 teens and an 11-year-old. The 2 teens unfortunately lost their lives. My condolences go out to them and their families. The teens' names were Jacody Davis and Lamon Freeman. They both were 13 years old. Then an 11-year-old named Dontavious Davis was shot and injured as well. So we hope that he has had a speedy recovery and healthy recovery, you know, to his injuries. And these 3 young men were innocent victims. So the police are saying that this shooting took place. These 3 young men were at a birthday party, and the shooting took place because it was a hit sent from a jailhouse phone call, right? Because a rapper, quote unquote, the rapper is Lil Baby, chose to shoot a video in a rival gang's territory, right? Man, this is sad and unfortunate. So they did make some arrests, and it came from a rival gang, as you saw in the video, right? So what I'm finna play next, before I spill my little tea of what I got to say about this, you know what I'm saying? Because it probably won't be a lot of jokes and stuff on this video, because this really ain't no joking matter, man. It's kind of jacked up, you know. So I'm gonna play the clip from 9 months ago, also last year, last summer, when the incident first initially happened. Here we go, right here.
A lot of neighbors, a lot of families, even kids were there when those bullets were flying around in that community. 11 Alive's Angelina Salcedo picks up our team coverage tonight. And Angelina, you actually spoke with neighbors concerned for their safety in their own backyards.
That's correct. And that's because the apartments that are here are literally right across the street from where this shooting happened. Neighbors here frustrated that this music video shoot ended the way that it did. One woman who was caught in the middle of the crossfire tells me she's lucky to be alive.
Between the bullets, it was nothing but bullets, pop, 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 pop.
At least 25 shots fired.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was just a concert. I was waiting for little baby to come by my tacos up.
Chastity Hill says she got caught in the middle. 2 people were shot next to her. A video she took before the shooting shows rapper Lil Baby on set of the music video.
Baby, there he go, there he go.
I thought it was just a prop for the video shoot, but then we found out later it was something different.
Eric Haynes in the homes across the street. His 7-year-old daughter outside when the shots rang out.
I heard shooting.
What did it sound like?
Pow, pow, pow.
Tonight, he's glad she's safe.
Blessed. Of course I'm blessed. I would never want to have anything happen to my daughter.
But the frustration between this community continues to grow.
We have had several shootings, several killings in the district, unfortunately. I actually on the way to a neighborhood meeting now, the Dixie Hills Neighborhood Association meeting, to talk about things like this. And then I got this call and came here. So it's frustrating. It's all hands on deck. Everybody, my law enforcement and the community needs to come together, begin to solve these issues.
Again, man, my condolences to those young men and their families. You know what I'm saying? My condolences to both to everybody who was hurt in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So as you see, it ain't no charges brought up against Lil Baby. They even refused to even name 4PF in this video. But that don't mean that it ain't no investigation, because I think that they made it clear as day without saying it that it's a full-on investigation. And in my opinion, that explains like the disappearance of Lil Baby. Remember a few months back, everybody was saying, where's Lil Baby? We was putting them on milk cartons and all of that stuff. It also explains, you know, all the publicity that they were showing, like Lil Baby changing his life and going in a different direction, you know. And it's like all too often that it's like every time you try to get out, something always pull you back in. But that's because you ain't, when you trying to get out, but you still trying to stay in. You get what I'm saying? And I know sometimes when you get in too deep, it's hard to get out. You know, some people get lucky and they don't be in too deep. They might just be one leg in, you know what I'm saying? But baby, he probably was 4 pockets already in, and he trying to get out. But that quicksand, the trap, it just keep pulling you down. It keep pulling you down. You know what I'm saying? And like he said a few months ago in the interview, these people, they gonna charge, they trying to charge me for some stuff that I don't even know nothing about, that didn't even happen. Like, they didn't say he was out there at the time that it happened, and he wasn't specifically talking about that, but he was just saying, like, as far as getting a RICO and him being the face of a so-called street gang or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they'll peg him as the head of it. You know what I'm saying? And now he being blamed for some stuff that he probably didn't even know happened. I mean, we done seen it with Thug. We seeing Dirk go through it, but that's a whole different situation. And you see it with back in the day with the mafia, and you saw it with our own black leaders and drug dealers back in the 70s and 80s and stuff. But a lot of people don't do their history on the culture. You know what I'm saying? And I was just sitting here thinking, like, somewhere around like 2010, after 2010, we got lost. We ain't want to trap no more. We ain't want to hustle no more. We just also started, we want to slide. Everybody want to something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to bam something. And it's like, dang, bro. Like, don't nobody want to get no money. And it's because, like, in my opinion, it's like, sometimes I feel like the OGs fail the kids because they wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Because we chose to trap, and then we got locked up for trapping. You know what I'm saying? And we chose to trap after we saw what crack did to our fathers. You did what I'm saying? So now our sons are paying for the sins of the fathers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dang, when can we get out? Because the crime's supposed to be a means to an end. We supposed to use that little crime to get that money to put us in a different position and elevate us. The same thing that the J people did, you know what I'm saying? The same thing that the mafia did, you know what I'm saying? The same thing that the Irish did, you know what I'm saying? All these immigrants, even though we been here, we always been here, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story for another day. Let me get back on topic. So it's like, dang, baby, he facing a lot of scrutiny now because although they didn't put no charges on him, they put a lot of smut in his name, and it's a smear campaign in the news right now, and it's making him look real bad. And he was trying to clean himself up, but I don't know. It's gonna be more to come of this. Like I say, they did arrest some people for that particular shooting and the murder of those two young men, and it's just wild, man. When is the foolishness gonna stop, man? We gotta stop the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta hear me when I say we gotta stop the foolishness. Like, bro, like I said in the last video, it's okay not to be a street nigga, bro. You ain't gotta be a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? You can be from the streets, but you ain't gotta be in the streets. It's a lot of money out here on these sidewalks, man. So, I just hope that if any young boys watching this or listening, man, y'all need to take notes from what's going on in here, man. These people making careers, they making names, they getting promotions, they going into politics and stuff, all off the blood, sweat, and tears that y'all putting out in the streets for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all dying over internet disses, man. Y'all dying over names, bro. I ain't gonna even sit here and say y'all dying over blocks y'all don't even know, because y'all ain't even on the corners trapping no more, bro. Like, that was my generation. We was dying over blocks that we ain't on, but I don't even think y'all trapping no more. Y'all just coming out on blocks and y'all shooting up blocks and scaring the citizens and scaring the old ladies and killing innocent people. Y'all niggas praying and spraying, bro. That's all y'all out here. They out here doing. They praying and spraying and praying. You hear me? Spraying and praying. They hit something, man. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't cool, bro. We gotta wake up, though. We gotta wake up, man. That's all I gotta say about that, man. I just wanted to spill my little piece on that, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, man, my condolences for those 3 young men that got shot. You know what I'm saying? In that unfortunate incident to some senseless gang violence, man, for no reason, And then you got people out here taking calls, doing hits for somebody that's already in jail. Like, how many times y'all done seen the big homie? He gonna get out of jail, right? He gonna get saved. He gonna become a pastor. And now you going in. UGK, when I come out there, my brother, he going in. Now you going in. He out. He done changed his life. Now everybody calling you dumb. Oh, man, that nigga was dumb. That boy got 30 years. Man, JJ was the coldest hooper in the city, boy. That boy was the coldest nigga in school. He used to be dunking on fools in 7th grade. But he became a shooter, though. He ain't want to be a slasher. He ain't want to be a dunker no more. You know what I'm saying? That boy was cold with them numbers. He could have been an accountant, bro. I remember that boy used to be able to count up that pack, man, do the math off the dome. Boy, that boy was the only dude in the chemistry class making A's, but, you know, he wanted to become a shooter, bro. You know, he didn't want to become an accountant. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you over there locked up 30 years. Now they out here calling your big homie, you know what I'm saying? OG Doodoo head, you know what I'm saying? They calling him, you know what I'm saying, pastor now, you know what I'm saying? And he taking tithes, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't even putting nothing on your books. He done forgot all about you, started a new life. He avoiding every time he avoiding your phone calls. Every time somebody in the streets tell him that you looking for him, he say he gonna get with you and he never do. Man, we got to wake up, man. My name is 618Cs, bro. Ain't nobody told you they love you and they want to see you win, man. You already know 618Cs is one person that do want to see you win, man. Get out there and win. You can believe it, you can achieve it. You already know. I'm out.